let's do a snapshot review of a hassle-free bag from a very underrated designer brand. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. Those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, let's talk about an underrated brand, and that brand is MCM. And I have 2 bags from this particular brand. I will be buying more. I've got my eye on a few, but the bags that I own from this, I have a duplicate, and it's just because this is such a carefree, hassle-free, but impactful bag. And I am, of course, talking about, for those of you who've been around here a little while, I'm talking about the MCM Aren Shopper in PVC. I have 2 of these bags in particular. I bought this one on my 27th birthday, the same day as my Longchamp Rousseau from the MCM Bicester Village outlet. Then in April of last year, I was able to pick up this absolute beauty as well. And this one is in a print that is known as Logo Glitch. This one is cubic camouflage. Cubic camouflage? Yes, I think it's cubic camouflage. So I've got these 2. I am going to talk you through them. Why do I absolutely love them? What do I think some of the pros are? What do I think some of the cons are? So, in terms of the bag itself, it is a fairly substantial bag. This is the only size that this particular one comes in. They do a variation that isn't PVC, which is maybe slightly smaller, but then MCM have lots of other shoppers if you're looking for totes and shoppers. So you have the Liz tote, for example, you have the Aren, there's a few different variations. Go and check out the website. But I have these 2 in the PVC, and like I said, it's in the Logo Glitch. So it's a fairly substantial bag, and it is a PVC outer. This particular one has a canvas inner, and then it is a leather trimmed bag. You have 2 ways of carrying this bag. You have the top handles, which are pretty comfortable, easily go over the crook of the arm, or you also have these fantastic shoulder straps, which I really like because they're a really good shoulder drop length. They are long enough so that you don't feel like the bag is in your armpit, but they aren't so long that the bag is knocking against your hip or your upper thigh, which can be quite uncomfortable, particularly if the bag gets quite heavy. In terms of the base of this bag, it does not have feet, but it is a leather-lined base. And I would say size-wise, you're probably looking at about 40 centimeters. This can fit a large laptop, it can fit iPads, it can fit water, lunch, it could fit a change of clothes. I've used these as an overnight bag before, just because they're really easy, particularly if I'm running into London and I'm just staying overnight. It's really easy to take this particular bag. So it doesn't have a zip completely on the top, but the inner does. And then you have this popper closure, which has MCM on the hardware. Mine is in silver, has MCM, and you've got this lovely leather tab here, which has the other side of the closure. Then, like I said, you have the inner, and the inner itself is fairly simple for this particular bag. What is that? So this one is just a large slip pocket on the back, and then you have a fabric interior, and it's just one large open space, which is really, really easy. It's a good size. It is a well thought through shape. You can get a significant amount in this. It would also be quite a good hand baggage bag. I've not used mine for hand baggage yet, but to be honest, it makes perfect sense because of the versatility of it, in terms of the way that you can carry it, etc. You can easily put an organizer in this. I probably should, just to help it keep a little bit of a structure and a little bit of a shape. But it's a very easy bag to use from that perspective, and then you can just zip the top. Now, one of the real benefits of this is it has versatility, and some of the versatility isn't just in how you hold it. It's got versatility in terms of being able to transform the bag into two distinct pieces. So you simply unpopper the sides, as you've just watched me do, and you can pull out the inner. So the inner can then either become sort of a larger clutch bag, it could become a tech pouch, it could become a travel pouch, but then what you're left with is this transparent bag, which still has the MCM, it's still leather trimmed, it still has the MCM branding on it, but this could be a fantastic beach bag, for example. Or if you don't want to have the inner and you want to use it as hand baggage, because for security, etc., it's often a lot easier to have something that's completely transparent, you could just simply put this through. You know, toiletries, etc. would show. So that might reduce a little bit of faff, a little bit of time for you if you don't want to pull everything out of your bag individually. So you end up with these two distinct pieces, which I think is great. So you could use it as an all-in-one. Then when you go into the beach, you use it as this, and then for the night out, you use it like this. So there is the potential. You all know I love a large sort of slouchy, pouchy clutch as well. So there is the potential to have a fair amount of versatility with this. Now, is it a bag that can do everything? I don't know that it is, because it's, you know, I think with the fact that you can separate the pieces helps it, but it's not perfect as everything. So I think it's a fantastic bag. It's got a lot of versatility to it. It's certainly not the best tote I've got. The Longchamp Rousseau tote is my best kind of shopper tote style. It's not the best clutch I've got. I would say my Kenzo is probably my best clutch. However, as an all-in-one, for what you pay for these bags, like when they're non-reduced from the boutique, I think they're about £750. For what you pay for them, I think you get a lot for your money. You can use them for work. You can use them for travel. You can separate them like I've just shown you to use it more for an evening. You can flip it round. So yes, this is very in your face, but you could also flip it round and then have it on your shoulder like so. This was one variation that they did. Let me move on to my second. This variation, and it has the exact same features as the other MCM I showed you, as the other Aren Shopper, sorry. The difference with this one is it has a few more visual cues to it. So it has this plate, this silver plate on the front. This one you can still buy at the outlet, by the way, at Bicester Village outlet. So it's got this silver plate. Mine also came with this MCM charm, which, look, I'm not enamored by this, but I leave it on the bag because it's just part of it. But it has the same dual strap option. It's very much like the Chanel Deauville, which I think has a lot of practicality to it. This is my version of a Chanel Deauville. I would never spend the money on a Chanel Deauville, as beautiful as they are. This is my version of it. But it's an absolutely fantastic bag. And this one has a nylon insert. So I love how bright this is. I love how vibrant this particular one is. To be honest, to use the insert as a clutch would be more my style with this one than it would be with that one. But it's nice to have the option. But this one has a nylon insert, so I also feel a little less stressed of if something got spilt on it when I was using them as separates, this would be easier to look after than that. If someone spilt a red wine, for example, on that, it's all over. And then with the PVC outer, it will just show a stain. This you would be able to wipe clean and walk away a little bit more hassle-free. So this is what this is. And then in terms of the capacity, it's exactly the same, slightly different interior on this one, because this one is obviously nylon as an outer, so it's a different fabric. It's more of a wipe clean interior. I think this one, in fairness, is just a more practical, hassle-free version of the bag, although I appreciate this super bright variation isn't going to be for everyone. But you can see how big it is because it has a Kurt Geiger double XL flap inside it, which is a pretty large flat bag. So, you know, and has that got something in it? No. But that's quite a large flat bag that's inside that. That's a 37 centimetre base flat bag. And that's just inside here. And like I said, you can unpopper it as you can the other version I've got, and then you can just lift it out. Now, it's worth me pointing out one particular flaw that I've noticed with my newer one that I didn't notice with this one, and I've probably used them a similar amount, and I hope you'll be able to see it on this particular one. this PVC seems to be super scratched and marked, and I don't quite understand why. It's got a lot of what looks, like damage here. It just looks like it's fogged and it's scratched and it's marked and it's, I mean, it doesn't bother me when the insert's in it because you can't see it, but to use that as just as an outer looks terrible. So I would probably end up using this outer with that insert if I was to take this on holiday, because that's just super duper scratched and marked and I don't really know why. It's like, it's quite bad. It's quite bad. Now, is this something that's unique to mine? No, I don't think it is, because I was on Vestiaire Collective the other day, just having a little browse. I was looking for Celine Phantoms, if you wanted to know. And I had previously looked for this on the pre-loved market when it had left the boutiques, and I didn't know if it was going to reach the outlet, so I was looking for it pre-loved. And there happened to be an old listing which had since sold, but when I clicked through the photos, it had the exact same issue of the PVC looking like it was very scratched and almost slightly fogged, which I can't tell if that is just a concentration of scratches or if there was something else to it. I have tried to get those off, but they persist, they stick. So that is the only downside of this. Everything else about this bag is a positive. That, just in terms of a overall look, slightly brings it down. However, I have used this probably 35 times. I think that is a risk of using PVC or vinyl bags, that they can scratch, and of course they're completely transparent. However, you barely notice it when you've got this very bright insert inside it, so I'm not going to get overly stressed about it. I would say in terms of a star rating, this one for me is probably an 8.5. This one for me is probably a 7, just because the logo glitch isn't really a version that I would go for. Naturally, I wanted to try the bag. I'm glad I've got it. It works for me, but to be honest, this kind of beige canvas with the red, orange, green, blue, and black, if that wasn't red, if that was yellow, or if that was pink, and then if this canvas was black or like light grey, or even white, it would be a different story. It's just this very kind of this beige doesn't really work very well for me. Anyway, that's by the by. But so that's the only flaw of this particular bag. Other than that, it's practical, it's versatile. I don't worry about using it in any weather. It's great in the rain, fantastic in the rain, which when you live in the UK. So it's got the vibrancy of the summer colours, so I could use it easily in the summer and I could use it as a beach bag. However, I can also use it in the rain, and there aren't that many bags that I think work from season to season fairly seamlessly. This is one for me that I think works pretty seamlessly. I'm very glad to have it. If I had to give one up, I would give up the logo glitch. If I'd have known that I would have been able to buy this one, would I have bought both? Probably not. I think I would have just stuck with this, but I'm glad to have both. I am not looking to move either of them on. They both have a place in my collection. I love a duplicate, as we know, and I think it's a fantastic bag that's worth looking at. The quality of MCM pieces I found to be very good. This is an unavoidable thing. I think this would happen regardless of the brand in terms of that scratching. I'm also not massively careful, as we know. I don't like to baby bags. But I will definitely be buying more MCM pieces. I'm definitely looking at some of their shoulder bags. I like their SLGs, I like their belts, and I like their sunglasses. So there's more pieces that I'm looking to buy from the brand. These will not be the end of that journey for me. So there we have it, my MCM Aren Shoppers. I definitely recommend them. So if you are in the market for a bag such as this, definitely check out MCM, see if you can get one at the outlet, potentially for a great price. I got these at fantastic prices. They were worth every penny to me. Thank you so much as always for watching. I look forward to seeing my next one, and take care. Bye everyone. Mwah.